Yo, we didn't see y'all there. What's up, Falcons? You already know what it is. It's your boy BT, and I'm here with
Hannah
and Deputy Dan.
And we about to answer some questions about police work. So, what should I do if I get pulled over by a police officer, even though I don't drive?
Harvey, that's a great question, and thank you for asking it. Best piece of advice for any traffic stop is to make sure everyone leaves that encounter safely. So regardless of what the reason, regardless of the time of day, some good safety tips are as follows. When you're pulled over, if you can't get to an immediate spot safely, like off the roadway into a parking lot, turn your hazard lights on until you can get to a safe spot. Obviously, don't stop in the middle of the roadway.
Right, you're gonna get hit.
Then, maybe even turn on the dome light if it's at night to let the officer know who's all in the car and that, hey, there's no real threats here, my man. We're here.
Right, we don't want threats.
Exactly. Then, have all your information ready. A good piece of advice I give to my kids, have their driver's license, have the insurance and the registration all in their left hand at the door for when the officer comes up.
Now, a follow-up question is, do I reach like in my glove department and get all my information out before the cop gets to my window or when he gets there?
Yeah, there's a couple schools of thought on that. Probably the best thing, feel the situation out. Obviously, if there's a bunch of people in the car, you want to limit movement as much as possible. But if it's just you, let's say your grandmother, you're on the way to church on a Sunday morning, I don't really see a big problem. However, be prepared to answer the question, why were you digging in the glove box? So, if it's possible, or if you feel it's safer, just wait until the officer gets up to the window and ask for that information.
Alright, now a little bit lighter note, Deputy Dan, what's your favorite movie?
Hannah, that's a really good question, and I gotta be honest, it's kind of a toss-up. I'm really into Anchorman, but I'm also a Super Troopers fan.
Alrighty.
So another question, like if I had a knife, like where my wallet's at, should I tell you that, like, you know, I have a knife right here before you see it and be like, hey, what's going on?
Absolutely. Honesty is always the best policy. Odds are we're going to see it because we're trained to observe. We're trained to pick stuff out, especially in a car. The best policy, like I said, is honesty. Just be upfront and honest. Hey, officer, before we get started, I'll let you know I got a pocket knife in my right pocket. Most times it's going to be, hey, not a big deal. Thanks for letting me know.
Alright, next question is, what made you choose to be a police officer?
Wow. Hannah, that's a great question. Did you come up with that on your own?
I don't know. I think Harvey and I kind of gave it.
This guy. Probably the, much like most teachers, when you are, growing up, you idolize something in your life. Mm-hmm. Someone that has made a difference in your life, somewhere along the line. And for me, that was one of the local officers. It was actually my school resource officer growing up that, I really went to for advice and for guidance on a lot of things. And that's kind of my goal here at Franklin Heights, is to be that figure for you guys if needed.
That's really cool.
Now, how do you feel about the transition to Officer Bluestone to you?
I feel like it's been pretty seamless. Having been here most of this school year as the relief between Franklin Heights and Westland, I kind of got a feel for this building, for some of the students and most of the staff. And I got to be honest, I think I grow a lot better mustache.
Alright, so what happens if you hit someone or something with your police car?
Wow. Like a house?
Yeah.
Ooh. Wow. I mean, obviously there's circumstances that, dictate every circumstance that we are involved in as police officers and deputies. So each is a case-by-case basis. Like, for instance, in the fall when Bluestone had his crash, he was found not at fault because of the driver that turned in front of him and failed to yield to his police vehicle.
Okay, so you know me, because I'm Harvey T, and I love music. I love Break It Up right now. That's my favorite one. So when you on duty, what's your favorite song to listen to?
Man, I gotta be honest. This morning, and this may shock you, Warren G. Regulate.
Oh, that one song like, don't you dare look back and keep your eyes on me. I'll sing you something and back. So I said, shut up. Wait, that's shut up and dance with me. That's shut up and dance. Now on a serious, real question. Do you think you can sock up on somebody real quick and get away with it?
Sock up on somebody. That's called assault, brother.
Deputy Dan, we really want to thank you for your time today. And we have one final question for you. What are your favorite kind of donuts to eat?
Hannah, I gotta be honest. Whatever I can get my hands on.
Alrighty, Falcons, you heard him.
Bye, Deputy Dan. We got one more question for Officer Dan. Can you do the shoot?